Hey, it's Friday, September 14th, 2018. I'm John Knox, and I'm on the road back to Tucson. I'm in a rest stop about 90 miles west of Phoenix. And yes, Chris Haskell did get a draconian deal offered to him by the state. Chris even did a video on his own website, on his own YouTube channel, Haskellfilmz, about it. And he and I spoke about it yesterday a little bit, and we're going to look over the details of it when I get to see him later on this afternoon or early this evening. People have asked me about my van. Why am I restoring this, and what's the reason for, building it out to live in? Number one, it's a 91, so there's no computers in this. There are no EMF radiations being beamed around the inside of it. So I'm basically going to fix it as it needs fixing. And I thought I'd take a quick view inside to show people what it's like to live in a van. This is my version of it. I've never seen any of the videos online about the build outs of vans. I just had ideas that I wanted to do. Okay, very quickly. On the left up front is the hamper, very important. Of course, the ice chest, and over there on the right hand side is a wastebasket. Every van needs a wastebasket, I tell you. These boxes on the floor, they ride here during the day. They're a product called Really Useful Boxes. I highly recommend to get them. They're not cheap, but the action of opening and closing them is phenomenal, and they are strong. Let's see, the clothing I'm still trying to figure out. Even though I have a nice counter here, things slide off it. So right now, Really Useful Boxes are really useful. Got 10 gallons of water, 5 gallons there, 5 gallons here. And over here on this side of the truck, of course, this old factory door I turned into a Murphy bed. And the table that I just had to have was actually a cast off of an old coffee table that someone was throwing away. And I basically took it all apart, stripped the top, and built this. All the wood that you see in here is found wood, meaning these are projects that I had in my house in Mar Vista that I rented for 9 years, and when it was time to recycle these projects, I picked them and made them into new things. The table fits across between this notch here and this cleat with a dado in it. Okay, now let's walk up to the front of the van. When you start doing this, you start finding reasons to decorate doors and things like that, because this is your home. Do I want to live in the van for the rest of my life? Absolutely not. But I have the option. I have the sanctuary that if I need it, it's here. Of course, here's the hamper and the ice chest and the wastebasket. Very useful. Build a false bottom and a wastebasket just to store more stuff. In the back, behind the clothes and near the back of the mountain bike, is the 5-gallon can for pooping. It's a fairly simple affair. Highly recommend you carry one of those things in your van. You don't have to buy one. You can make them yourself. Okay, up front, this is the last thing. This is probably one of my favorite projects that I did. I built this box for this van, years ago. It was much bigger. I cut it down, and I put new moldings on the top of it, engineered a lip on the molding, and this piece of mahogany sits on top. It's a wonderful work platform. And of course, it's a catch-all. When you open up, you see what's in there. Okay, that's it. It's Friday, September 14th, 2018. I'm John Knox. Most of you know what I look like, so it's not necessary to show my face today. I'm on the road back to Tucson, and the reason why I'm doing all of this is I firmly believe that Chris Haskell's story can be anyone else's story. Any activist now in 2018, when you decide that you've had enough of what you're crusading against, and you decide to become much, much more visible and take more actions, you could find yourself facing exactly what Chris is going through right now. And the more that I can tell about what his experiences have been and will continue to be, I think the more of a service I can do to all of the activists in our community. The common sense of the situation says, go to the person who's actually experiencing this firsthand and find out what it's been like and what it will continue to be like. All right, Friday, September 14th, 2018. I'm John Knox, and I'm on the road back to Tucson. Stay curious.